Professional.
I'm just kidding. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Team Gravity Fight Night. Match number 2. It is going to be a best of 5 between CatZ and Arium. I'm Temple, joined by the wonderful Winter. Are you ready?
I'm always ready. But let's watch it.
Let's get it on.
Team Gravity presents Fight Night.
Y'all ready for this?
All right. Looks like we are back here. Ladies and gentlemen, it is game number 1 of this best of 5 series. ZVP coming at you is going to be this player spawning in the top left corner, representing Clan Kappa. It is.
And also
Arium.
Team My Insanity.
Okay, I was wondering. I'm
Yeah.
like, did he
Yeah.
leave My City or something?
Oh, did
But
he
that's
get
me,
kicked
you-
off for being too young?
I don't know. Like, you can't play in them WCS, so you have no business here. But, yeah, My Insanity. Sorry about that. But his opponent spawning in the bottom right in the red. It is the Root Capitan CatZ.
I'm excited. We get to watch CatZ, so that's always either hilarious or hilariously bad, depending on how the games go. Like,
I feel like it depends on like some days, you know, he'll be a little
it just
off.
everything fails horribly. It's like, oh god.
Yeah.
It's a game where it's obviously CatZ is one of those players that has a lot of games that blow your mind, and a lot of games that go on like 10 minutes too long because someone's already dead, but there's no way for each
Yeah.
player to kill each other. You know what I'm
Yep.
talking about there.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
And
But
this
I feel
is
like
actually, he
against
sent me a
Arium-
drone out. So,
Mm.
is it just a scout or is it a proxy hedge? And I'm gonna go ahead and just say right off the bat, it's a proxy hedge.
I was thinking the same
I'm just
thing.
gonna go with it.
I think he
who do you
knows
think
how
will win?
Arium plays.
Ah, this is you have Skype on the stream, by the way. I wanna
Oh.
point that out. Hopefully, I look at not you. Oh, he took it off the best. Yeah. You're not streaming yet.
Yeah, true.
But
Sometimes I feel like I'm
I'm actually gonna have to give my edge to Arium. What do you think, prediction wise?
I would say so. I mean, Arium is a really, really strong player, and CatZ, you know, he actually was trying to qualify through, I believe, the Latin America qualifiers, and did end up going 0-3 to Kelazur, but that was a ZVT. You know, luckily it is going to be a ZVP today. So we'll see if he has a little bit better luck than he did earlier.
Yeah,
And
I'm
I
gonna
believe
say
he-
CatZ has the edge, but Oh, and this is why he drone scouts, of course. Gets a 3 HP for a pool, but I think it could be a 3-2 pretty easily, but I also think it could be a 3-0 depending on how each player is playing today.
True.
I think it'd be more likely a 3-0 for Arium than for CatZ here, because I think CatZ would just do some sort of crazy build that just doesn't work, but he tried it anyways because it's. But,
I wonder. Yeah, I mean, we'll know quite. I wouldn't say quite convincingly, but like the way that Arium plays PvZ, like we're gonna see how. I mean, if he plays it the way he usually does, we'll see
Ton of
how
Blink
CatZ
Stalker.
deals with the aggression. Yeah, Blink Stalker. Like we'll see if he does deal with that aggression very easily, or if he struggles to deal with it. You know, so if he just
becomes
gets
the
kind of
aggressor, really.
torn
Like,
apart. Yeah.
We'll have to see. He's going
wondering.
3 HP per pool. That doesn't necessarily mean he's playing defensive. He knows his opponent is going for the gate expand. Pretty safe as well, and he was also in position to see the second gas, which is, of course, very important. To note that he's not going to be going for a super heavy gateway push early on, and that Chrono is probably not going to be invested in the warp gate.
Yeah.
The third hatch is going to be scouted by the probe. The probe is not going to go home, but instead hide in a corner like all dirty Protoss probes should.
Yep.
And from
That corner's
here,
been
I
shared
think...
by many dirty Protoss probes.
Okay. This is it. Does he go for this Evo chamber? Does he go for speed or for +1 attack first? Because I'd love to see. There's actually kind of almost like
see
a
him.
cheesy 3-hatch build where you go +1 melee, +1 get speed, and then you literally just flood them with Zerglings. You don't care if they have
Yeah,
force
no one
fields. You
cares.
don't care if they have a wall. You just go ham, and I think that's exactly what we're gonna see. I'd love to see that builds. Oh,
Exactly what he's doing. Yeah, knowing
Whoa.
CatZ, that is just classic CatZ there. Getting that +1, it allows you to deal with gateway units so easily. And with the Stargate opener coming out of Arium, I'm wondering what kind of build we'll actually see from Arium. You know, there's like the Stargate opener into macro, but then you also see this kind of really aggressive like Oracle with mass zealots as well, because we do see the Forge coming down
Or
too.
Phoenix Zealot even is a possibility. But I think,
Yep.
yeah, there's a Phoenix started out. I think, well, you pretty much, if your Stargate is scouted, and the Forge and the Stargate were both scouted because they were at the wall and the Overlord was in position. The Overlord got taken out, but it saw what it needed to see before it
knew.
died.
He knows.
So you pretty much can't go Oracle if the Stargate gets scouted, because the Oracle's not going to do anything. It's a waste of money. Whereas the Phoenixes are always going to get... It doesn't matter if you scout Phoenixes. The Phoenixes should still get something done. You can always get that hashtag value. But in a lot of gas coming out behind, I think this might just be straight into a third base, and then maybe behind that we see some sort of Blink Stalker push. Oh, wow. He's actually getting a Robo Blink for a third. And he only has one gate.
Yeah, he's working off of one gate. I wonder if we will see a very, very fast third, especially because of CatZ's opener, which was the 3-hatch before cool.
Or do we see a Robo Bay and a 2-base Colossus push? Like, because if he keeps going, the Phoenixes will encourage at least Hydras here, and he's continuing Phoenix production. He's not stopping at 1. He's not stopping at 2. He's continuing. Once you get to like 5, 6 Phoenixes, you're just like obligated to get Hydras. That's just how it is.
Oh yeah.
CatZ, I don't know what he's doing. Like, he has 200 gas right now. He should have had a lair a little while ago. This gas is just sitting around doing nothing. It doesn't expire, but...
I mean, maybe he wants, like, Overlord speed or something, but no. As you did say, I mean, lair would be the most, I mean, that's the best use of that gas.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
That makes sense.
That's cool.
I shouldn't question CatZ. He's got his build timed out right here. I thought he was making a mistake, but actually he's timing it out for the 1/1 things, which are really good. But it's gonna be, it seems like a 2-base push here from Arium.
Yeah, he's adding a lot of gateways, 2 more in addition, and the robotic space is coming as well. That's a lot of links from CatZ. There's really nothing on the ground actually for Arium. He's gonna just have to rely on that Stalker and some force fields, and then the photon overcharge. These links do a lot of damage really fast.
The Phoenix is getting that value. They always do. He actually missed a kill on an Overlord. He almost loses a Phoenix, but he's getting what he can. 3 Phoenixes are able to take out probes instantly. Of course, because you can get those 2 shots on the probes you need to kill him. And he's got even another one coming in. Let's hope this Observer doesn't actually run into an... Oh, okay, he realizes at the last second. But, this lack of third... and CatZ sees it, of course. He's got it there. This is... All signs point to something. But actually, if you look at CatZ's vision, he hasn't seen anything. He's making the Hydra. You have to make the Hydra. That's the thing. Even if he knew it was Colossi, he still has to make Hydras.
Oh, man, but that's... I feel like you could, like, go with, like, Queens or something. I don't know. You drop a Spire to, you just get some Corruptors to deal with both. Although they're not as good. But he hasn't dropped a Roach Warren, so that's what worries me a bit. And he's already invested in the melee upgrades. So he's gonna go for like a Ling Hydra composition.
Oh, this third base is really weird. I feel like, well, he's showing his tech right now. He knows this is going to force... Those are interesting force fields there. I guess he keeps the Lings from wrapping around. It's a lot of force fields wasted. I don't know if I would say wasted, but he's down to 2, but a single Colossi and enough Zealots to zone him out.
Yeah.
We see 5 Phoenixes. They're still getting the value. Whenever you see Phoenixes, look at the units lost tab, and you'll see what they do.
Yeah, the 4 Overlords already killed.
He's trying to pick up. There's too many Queens right now. There's a posse of Queens out at the moment. So.
No Hydra.
Infestation hit on the way. I think this has to be for Hive, because right now I don't think it would make very much sense to go into Swarm Host when your opponent is already on the Colossus tech. I think to go for quick Vipers. Yeah, there we go. Hive coming up. CatZ realizes that the only way he's going to deal with these... Going to Spire is risky at best, because Spire is a huge commitment, and if it doesn't pay off, like they get a bunch of Blink Stalkers instead of getting Colossi or something, well, you're in trouble. Yes, so well.
And getting that range upgrade too, so... I mean, we don't... Okay, we do see the Roach Warren going down, but... Does he go for Roach Hydra Viper now, or does he just kind of use it for...
I think he has to... No, you have to go Roach Hydra Viper, because you'll take too much damage from, like, charge lots and from the initial Colossi. Where Roaches... You need enough Roaches to tank. The ideal composition is usually around about a half and half, where you have half Roaches, half Hydras, and then you fill in probably, ideally, 4 or 5 Vipers. But CatZ is sitting on 3 bases. His upgrades are lacking. He's spending a lot of gas on those. I think 5 Vipers is a dream right now. 3 Vipers seems a little bit more realistic, because Arium is about to be, like, he's even on supply. He's got a ton of gateways. We see Arium always on top of that gateway count. He's going up to 9. while continuing Colossi production. He's going to have Blink, a Warp Prism on the way.
Oh!
There's a Pylon too. What?
Vipers are actually
no.
going to catch all the Phoenixes, and that means that the Vipers are going to be uncontested? Perhaps. That's
One
pretty
Phoenix
big, though.
isn't going to contest very much.
Not much at all. It's like hanging on by a layer. I don't even know how that thing's flying.
But at this,
So-
this is giving him the position. Arium wasn't paying attention, but he now is in position to snipe this base. He can just recall out. There's no Vipers yet. He can continue pushing. The only way this goes badly if the Vipers pull the Mothership Core and the Colossi before the damage can get done here. But Arium has a very strong push.
There's really not that many roaches out.
Where are the Vipers? Where they
They're
gotta
coming
be stuck
out. They must be doing something. Consuming where?
No,
They
he's
have to
consuming at
do
the
it?
net. There's a big
Okay.
warping on the new 4th base, and Arium is picking apart CatZ right now. There are units in position on either side. I don't think Arium has enough committed at the 3rd base, but I mean, CatZ has enough committed to defend.
He's gonna try
looking-
to. I mean, there's a lot of force fields
Oh, this is a lot of
there.
potential.
Vipers, man.
Oh, he needs the money pulls right now.
Yep.
He's been.
Oh!
Oh!
When
He
you
just
recall, it
phased
doesn't
out.
pull it. Oh man, I
The only
didn't know
thing
that. I thought it at
pulls
least.
is the Mothership Core. No wait,
Yeah.
the recall will still go off unless you kill the Mothership Core before it finishes. Like
Before it
you'll
finishes, yeah.
start the recall,
But it didn't even
and
pull it. It
still
just like
goes.
was in a.
It got phased out. Like it went to
Never
another
seen that.
dimension for like 2 seconds or whatever the recall takes.
I'll never
Wow,
see that happen before. That was
He laughed.
interesting.
God, that Colossus saw his life flash before. It's out of
There's
there.
no
It was-
parasiting it for a second.
surrounded by friends and Nexi and its little baby probes. Like, and that Colossi decided to visit its look on life that day.
Oh man. Well, interesting things always do happen in CatZ games. So he's gonna be pushing on ahead with this. I'd say what is he at 2? He's at 1-2. So his upgrades, yeah. You said they were lacking, and that's of course because he committed to the +1 melee early on, and only recently started his ranged.
Compared to usually Protoss will have +3 on the way by now. +2 is gonna finish, but Arium still has a very scary force. There's 4 Vipers with a lot of Blinding Cloud. The Blinding Cloud actually whiffs on the blink there, and this is a lot of Roach Hydra. There's 3 in the back. He's hiding. There's no Storm. +3 just started, but Storm is the timer. He gets Storm finished, or he gets these Templar are everything. They have 2
Yeah.
things. They can only do 1 right now, but if he gets both, oh my God, this Warp
But they have the
Prism,
feedbacks, you know, like that's gonna at least deal with the Vipers as best as he can if he can get the good positioning. But CatZ going into the Great Aspire already, and that I mean, at least the +1 melee will help there with the Broodlings. But I mean, will CatZ ever be able to secure this 4th? He does have the 4th on the bottom left, but he's been trying to secure this one as well.
That's another problem with the Roach Hydra, is you almost always you commit enough Roach Hydra to defend against potential warp-ins, and your army is too small. Where
Yeah.
if you don't commit enough, they can just warp in like 7-8 Zealots and overwhelm most amounts. And Spine Crawlers don't really stack up that well either. We see, of course, CatZ has actually managed to secure 2 bases at once. He's at 73 drones against 66 probes. His Warp Prism is still at large right now. The transfuses are needed. He's not transfusing. He's fighting in the middle of the map. He's able to blink forward.
He
Did
could
not
have
have- I
focused on both of them. And he's in a bit of
Warp
trouble.
Prism-
I mean, he didn't lose the Vipers though, luckily.
But Storm is done, and he's bearing down on this new 4th base from CatZ, and CatZ does not have Broodlords. He barely has anything with the Vipers. He's committed his army out of position. He's going to lose another 4th base. How many 4th bases? We're actually on like 7 or 8.
I mean, he's
and
trying to
right-
commit to defend nothing here, you know what I mean? Like, he had lost that base, and now he's gonna lose that 4th on the right side. So, salvaging what was already lost, he just couldn't let go,
Fine.
man.
He's buying time for Broods right now. He needs the Broodlords. Without Broodlords, he has nothing. I mean, this is still a ton of Blink Stalkers. But a few Blinding Clouds, under the Broodlords, a decent chunk of Roach Hydra, you're okay. But if he
Yeah, I
doesn't
think
get
this
like
is
if
nice,
that army
though.
had been allowed to push through,
Ooh.
then GG.
It would have been pretty bad, yeah. I mean, it's also bad that he did lose it, but, like, if you think about it, these Broodlords are gonna blindside Arium. I don't think that CatZ can be on straight Roach Hydra Viper anymore with this, like, the full composition that Arium has. And I'm kind of impressed,
Well,
you know, we were kind of telling
can you
Arium
see
that,
it?
right? What,
He has an observer in position to see. Well, he knows about the Greater Spire because he's literally had an
Oh.
observer for a while. Okay, that's
Yeah.
how we see. Like, did he
3
just
Tempests.
intuit enough to get 3 Tempests? Like 3
I mean, it's not
targets of
something that
fleet
people
picking
usually
possible?
do. But I'm thinking
Even
this
if
is
you
nice. Remember we were talking
suspect
about Arium? How he was usually like all in and whatnot, and I'm liking it. He's been playing this in incredibly well, and that might have taken CatZ off guard, especially with this opener. Maybe not expecting Arium to play like such a straight up game, and he's looking pretty solid already. I'm definitely impressed.
He's been using the map to his advantage, which is a lot of players would consider this, at least in the mid game, pretty Zerg favored because of the back door, and there's a lot of angles where you can flank down the ramp. It's not nearly as easy as PVT where you can find a good choke point, but Arium's been actually using the map a lot. Arium's felt a lot more like the Zerg player this game than CatZ, to say the least. Like, CatZ is moving around with one big death ball. He's got his power units in the Vipers, but oh, the Tempests are here! He's desperate to fight. He's coming up the ramp. There's a clock right now, and that clock is ticking down way too fast. The Tempest can try 1 feedback, 2 feedback, 3 feedback. He gets 1 Tempest, but it doesn't even matter. There's more than enough Tempest in the back, and CatZ is plummeting his supply right now.
Absolutely, yeah. And what is he remax on? Swarm Host. He got zero value out of those Broodlords.
Remax? That implies he was going anywhere near 200 supply. Without a 4th base, he's going to be hard-pressed.
Oh, he doesn't have the gas. The lone Broodlord, the last of his kind, gets taken out by the army of Arium. And yeah, they
you don't really realize
I don't think we're going to see
Tempests
any more.
are.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to see any more Broodlords.
4 Colossi, this many Blinkstalkers. I don't care if you have 20 Swarm Hosts right now. He is down to a cool 1 Viper. And 1 Viper not going to be enough, no matter how much has him skip the leg day, to pull for Colossi. Like, that's not going to happen. He blinded Cloud's cannons because, I guess, does he recon? Yeah, we're going to see a recon. Where's the Mothership Core? There's no Mother... Wait,
I don't
what?
believe that the Mothership Core is with it, yeah. CatZ is going to get this base. Oh my god, the Mothership
Oh, Storm!
The storms are real. And now CatZ is trying to get out, but I mean, where's he going to hide? He has a gigantic disco ball over all of his units. Uh-oh.
Alright,
They're like wearing Leon.
The rocks or something.
Unbelievable.
Oh god, this is very sad.
Oh
this
no,
is
the Swarm Hosts. They're gonna get taken out, and this is just between.
He's caught between a rock and a hard place right now.
And the hard place is the Protoss.
Those things, the lasers,
and everything else that
extended thermal lances.
Just
a scale of 1 to Rex, that was rated R. So.
Yeah, I mean, we're pretty high on that.
Arium's played this game out perfectly. I mean, not perfectly, but
I mean,
there has not been a hole in his play.
Exactly.
He's covered all his bases, literally and metaphorically.
I agree 100%, and that's what I was so impressed about. Scouting the Broodlords, reacting accordingly, and then just, I mean, he's just been playing it so safe, harassing, keeping CatZ off 4 bases, and then just now these are mining. I mean, he has 24 workers at his 4, simply because
really beautiful. Like, this was some very solid Protoss play, I guess.
I would say
he's
so,
used the map to his advantage. He's abusing CatZ's unit composition constantly. CatZ, to his credit, doing whatever he could to try to find ways to pick holes in Arium's play, but Arium is no Swiss cheese Protoss right now.
He's like provolone, you know?
Swarm Host. Okay, well, let's talk about Swarm Host for a second. I mean, Arium has 2,400 in the bank. We should see Warp Prism. Well, I guess Void Rays work too. We should see Warp Prisms, Void Rays, more pylons. He's making pylons and has Warp Prisms everywhere. He's got a 4th base. He's got gas. He's taking a 5th.
I mean, if he can kill that 4th and keep CatZ off of it, he will eventually be able to starve him out.
But if Arium loses this entire army, then, like, maybe.
But I mean, the upgrades are not even that great on the Swarm Host. I believe so. He's on 1-3. Oh, he is on 3. Whoa!
Good
Liar,
storm.
Tempo, liar.
Oh, we weren't paying any attention, but
Fire that
he's
guy,
actually get almost 1 Colossi, but there's a huge Void Ray switch. Like, Arium doesn't want to go for the Tempest, Colossus, Mothership, 4 hours game right now. He wants to go for the, I'm going to have so many Void Rays, your Corruptors are going to be useless, and so is everything else. Like, this is the Silver to Grandmaster League Protoss strategy, tried and true.
But it's going to work. I mean, he's playing it very nicely. I would even love to see him expand again. And yeah, he's going to go ahead and take that base that he had lost to the Broodlords.
Another warp in. You can see the Dark Templar, but a Score Color is hard for us to kill him.
Yeah, I can just look at it funny. But that hatchery is gonna go down. I don't think CatZ has the. Oh man, the queens are gonna be.
Give him the weird eye right there. Like,
you coming in closer.
see what you're doing. I like it.
You like shoot it up in the air and hope that it comes back
Like,
down.
oh, I don't know how close I want to get to this guy right now. Like, that gives me a weird vibe.
Yeah.
He's just sitting here taking.
I don't know. But I mean, CatZ is actually holding on pretty well. Starting to mine from his fourth, but the problem, of course, is that Arium is expanding pretty aggressively behind it too.
No, is the thing. Like, neither has CatZ. Locust don't count. Alright, let's say he's gonna get a stalker. Alright, making progress.
Yeah. I mean, this is a great wall. Look at this. Like, even just trying to get into position to try to deal with that hatchery is a little tough.
If he gets the mothership hole.
With the spore crawler,
no,
probably.
There's 12 corruptors against 6 void rays. And 4 tempests. The math doesn't check out. If he can get rid of these, he's literally on hold position, just chilling. He has enough for
that's all he has to do.
He needs to
inch up a little bit. Well, there's some ducks.
Oh, Jesus.
Gonna be able to take out a few of those void rays. Not bad. And I mean, the patience of Arium is good in that sense that he's doing that, but he just needs to be a little bit up more so that he can kill the hatchery.
Here's what I would tell Arium. Every unit you lose is now a Dark Templar or Zealot. You warp it on the right-hand side. You just warp in like 30. Well, okay, CatZ. Well, I didn't realize CatZ also has a counterattack like defense here at the NAT. Yeah, 6 Swarm Hosts. I don't care. Warp in like 40 of them. Like, but then
I mean, just to peel them apart, right, and do something. But this is all he needs to do. He's in the position that he needs to get, and Arium is gonna kill that 4th. He's gonna be able to get it, and that's really that's mission complete.
That is the counter is.
Yeah.
So slowly, but also migrate. Simultaneously, surely, we see Arium taking a lead. I mean, he's had a lead for most of the game, but the last 20 minutes. But I mean, look at the banks, the minerals right now. CatZ is bleeding out. All right, he's dying from like. I don't know.
I mean, yeah, like I don't know.
It's a
somebody. He tripped and fell on a spore crawler, and
he's getting hit with a spoon.
Yeah, but Arium, you can't deny that he is playing this nicely, very patiently, expanding behind it, and starving CatZ out essentially. And that's
you need to mine with those drones. I can't even tell like what's going on. The units are the Swarm Hosts are literally covering all the area. Like you can't even see. Okay, he sees it. Yep. There's a single Tempest.
This is not as well fortified as the other base. Yep, not even close to as, and I feel like Arium will have a much easier time actually pushing this base. The Infestors are gonna try. They're like, our time is now.
Regretting that decision. What is the name of the Tempest attack? I bet it's something really cool. Kinetic Overload.
Wow.
That sounds air one.
Whoa, the mothership.
Oh, recall! Oh! Now he has to back off because he actually takes damage from promos now. But I would love to see a neural parasite on a mothership with a double time warp, and then cloak your locust, kill everything. Oh wait, he got he listened.
He actually is getting it. He's gonna be getting neural parasite. He has a lot of investors. You might as well invest into them.
If you have if you can zone out the Templar and you can actually it's almost better to just pull the mothership. I did something like it was one of my most popular videos before in the HOTS beta where I did something called the mothership handoff, where I pulled a mothership into a neural parasite and then I used a vortex back when that still existed and put like 50 Banelings in the vortex, and I insta Protoss Deathfall. And I was very excited. I was actually like dancing while I was like getting the vortex because I knew I had already won the game. But Vortex, for some reason, I
mean, I don't know why they ever take it out of the game, you know?
It's just such a
good fungal. Actually, that's actually a really damn good fungal. There's no mothership here to recall, remember?
Too. Did he even remake a mothership core?
Like, I don't believe
funny again. Like, Arium's not able to see faces. This cat has 9 lives right now. Like,
he literally does. I mean,
that's a big revelation right there on the Vipers and the Infestors. It did cost him 2 oracles.
I'm a bit surprised that he hasn't really utilized much of the Warp Prism. I mean, there's really no other defenses at CatZ's other bases.
guess the
Actually,
main.
he has some swarm hose.
Yeah, I guess the main is the real option with the warp.
The main,
But
yeah, where the tech
I
is.
forgot about it, to be honest. Oh, big fungal.
Yeah, those fungals aren't bad at all.
Notice how CatZ is only fungling when he knows the Colossi will be distracted by the Locust. That's really smart right there. And he's zoning out the Templar. Like, CatZ is... He's holding on.
He's holding... yeah, King Sejong is a great map for that.
Oh, I like this choice. Stalkers on the high ground. Because how... Like, actually, how are you going to deal with that?
Yeah, he has to relocate those swarm hosts and wait for them to slowly shoot their Locust at them, but...
Whoa. You can't be losing Templar to Locust. That's definitely something that should
actually
never
really
happen.
smart. He's going for the gas.
I
don't
think
know
he's
if
just
meant to,
every
actually.
position of...
Yeah,
But,
I wasn't sure at first, but I mean, that is really...
And that is your prison.
Yeah, gonna go into it.
Cat's still, like, perpetually has no... He's making 18 lings, which I guess are for this defense against the prisms.
Yeah.
He's gonna get... He has +3 melee. Does he have adrenal glands? He does not. That's actually a huge... You know, adrenal glands in pure DPS is higher upgrade than any damage upgrade.
Really?
Yeah, but I mean, against it has diminishing returns against armor, so it's not as good. But in like terms of pure DPS, it increases more than any other damage upgrade.
Other singular damage upgrade?
Yeah, it's better than plus, but of course 2 damage upgrades is gonna be superior. But 20% more attack speed is actually pretty good. But it becomes less valuable because of armor, and if they have any, it starts to because of course more attacks is not gonna do that much more damage. Oh, this is
he's going for it. Yeah, he's going for it, man.
I don't know how much Arium cares about probes. I mean CatZ cares about drones less. He's at 36. But
I just can't believe CatZ is holding on here.
That's enough to saturate 2 bases. I mean, we've been here before, Tempo, if you remember Home Story.
Yeah.
Good thing this is not Deadwing, thankfully. These bases
oh my god, that game.
The longest game in Home Story Cup history we casted together, and something very, very similar to this. And actually, CatZ is finding these angles right here.
He actually is, you know, the lings there's no defense as these bases because Arium felt like he had such a great position.
30 probes, 25. Well, he actually, well, I mean, he still has a bank. If CatZ wins this game, and he gets the mothership. He gets the
mothership.
And he will kill it. Arium's actually bleeding out. On the bright side, though, this means he can make way more army supply.
This is true. I mean, he does have a lot of...
Hey, no, wait, there's drones dying. There's 26 drones to 18 probes.
This is
my
ridiculous game right now. This dog is trying to put in a lot of work. And Arium playing that patience game, but once again, he lost the mothership. So, I mean, the Templar are exposed. His army actually takes damage.
Why? I guess this... And actually, like, Dark Templar have to be warped in. He's on the probes again. This is the last batch. Like, they don't even see the Templar. They're just, oh my. He's
they don't
9,
care.
8, 7, 4, 3. Where are the other 3?
I don't know what the other ones are.
Oh, Funkles! Funkles on everything on the other side, too. Swing it. Oh my god. That's the professional turtle right now. He should reconsider his race.
Yep. He should reconsider his living conditions and just head up to the zoo, man, or the aquarium, dude. He's going.
You've never seen a turtle like this. This guy knows when to lash out. All right. Sometimes the turtle beats the hare. Actually, most times I'm trying to force it. And CatZ waited. He bid his time. Arium can make a lot of probes. The thing is,
that's about it. He's only at 10 gas.
That is about.
I'm at a loss for words right now. I mean, like,
it's like 30 lings to. Well, now Arium's like, well, zealots. Oh, Jesus!
That's a lot of zealots.
There are no swarm hosts. Where are the nearest swarm hosts? The zealots ain't taking shit from nobody.
Nah, no lings. And finally, though, I mean, like,
what is going on?
I don't even know. Arium has expended his whole bank now. We were looking at a 6,000 to 1.5k-ish bank here. And now if you look at the units lost, Arium is actually ahead in that apartment. And that's not one you want to be ahead in, you know? Like, he's 3k, he's lost 3k more.
Not an accomplishment, alright? That's like...
Not an accomplishment. There's no achievement for it.
The worst movie award or something.
I wish there was that award. That would be great. Geely would win every time.
Warlings to do more damage than 15 Swarm Hosts ever have. Another
Yeah.
Templar, and he does he wait what? He has no more High Templar.
They all
has
got
no-
killed.
He has no
Unless
more
he-
feedback.
Oh my god,
He
and
has-
he actually can't warp them in. He has no mining. Oh, these well, I guess there's one probe
He
mining
did
minerals.
it. I can't believe he did it.
I actually think he did.
9 lives is too many for Arium to deal with.
Oh my god.
Like High Templar, that's it. He's eventually
You need
going to
them,
get
yeah.
You can't just not have High Templar.
Yeah.
Like you can't not even.
Oh no, and even these probes over at the left side of the base,
He can't
they're all
build
gonna
more
get taken out.
He has 15 bros.
He's broke. He's dead broke. Ain't got no money. And he's gonna lose the Nexus as well. Oh my god, his cat's done it.
Oh,
What in the blue sweet
I-
titties of Jesus is going on? I just yeah, I think you're right.
I want to call this a throw. Like that's the thing. Like
it's hard to
I
yeah,
don't
right?
know if
Like it's
Arium was not cost effective. He wasn't using all of his tools. Like he was playing really solid, but it's obvious which player is far more comfortable in the late game.
in this situation, I mean,
Like
it was
in,
looking
when we
pretty grim.
go to late, almost end game. In
Yeah.
this, we'll slow the game down. Arium is like we were talking about, very fast, aggressive player. He's always pushing. And
Mm-hmm. He was
CatZ, like
putting a lot
he
of
held up. There are 4 probes left, and he has enough money. He just warped in 2 High Templar. He can't make any more probes.
Oh my god, if this Nexus goes down though of Arium, he actually won't have enough money to ever make a Nexus, like ever again.
It's over,
I don't-
though. Like no way.
It
He's
is.
getting another mothership. He has to recall. Get out of there!
Oh!
Oh, that's not
It's
coming
gonna
back.
go down.
That's not coming back.
GG! What
That.
the hell just happened? Oh my
Oh.
god.
Oh, wow. That indeed tempo. I want to say
That's a show match.
that just happened.
That is a show match for you. Like that was game
Oh.
1, by the way. Wow.
Oh, sweet baby swarm host, Jesus. He did it. He held.
GG. Well
He
played.
held. All right. Like. Oh.
Not bad.
Um,
Well then, do you think we see
I-
Blink Stalkers in game 2?
I-
Just kidding.
well, if we see Catalina, we're definitely gonna see Blink Stalkers. If we see Overgrowth, we're almost definitely gonna see Blink Stalkers.
Yeah.
If we see,
Oh my god.
I don't know.
I mean, I've
Gonna
seen like
spree-
Swarm Host game, but I mean, okay, what's up? Oh man, like we've all seen Swarm Host games, right? Yeah, obviously. Like I mean,
We've
come on
all
now.
seen Swarm
But-
Host game.
There was a
Except I'm not.
point where I was just like, this is the end. Like, you know, CatZ is starved out. His 4th base is dead. He just lost it, and then
Oh,
that
there
transfer,
it
that the relocation, man.
The Catalina.
Yeah, it is Catalina.
8 game
Hoi,
Blink
hoi, hoi.
Stalker. Let's go. All right. Oh, let's put the Grandmaster in. I'll play Protoss.
Oh god,
Not
I'll
me.
play random against any of these scrubs. No.
Oh.
Well, that was actually really well done. I mean, we saw patience on both sides, but I mean, he who
we saw
possesses
our
the Swarm
patience.
Host shall have patience. Work in
Right,
their
Swarm
favor.
Host takes a certain level of measured conservatism.
Yeah.
That,
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was game number 1. I think we're jumping into the game here, Winter.
oh, that GIF though. If only with the
Which,
GIF.
oh, please. Nah.
Oh, I love that GIF.
So good.
Oh.
Well,
If I was CatZ, that's how I'd be feeling right now. I don't know. I don't know if he's
that's
streaming
probably
it.
how he is. Yeah, and I'm
Uh,
not sure. I know that Desra was when he was playing.
Arium's streaming right now. For those of you that want to go check out his perspective, I don't know if he's on a delay. We're on a delay a little bit, of course.
Yeah. I mean, if he's not on a delay, then obviously that's his, you know, I mean, he's the one that's streaming it, so. But ladies and gentlemen, it is game number 2, winner. You wanna introduce these 2 boys.
I'll do it. I'll do it. All right, we have bringing it back from the brink, all the way back to a victory. The man himself. It seems like he has at least 9 lives. It is from Root Gaming, CatZ. His opponent. Pushing strongly. Very, very solid. Mid-game Protoss. Is he going to let it go late? Or is he going to try to end it much earlier? I suspect the latter. But it is from Team My Insanity. Oh,
right.
calling it. Blink. He's blinking.
Yeah. It's a great map for it. I mean, we'll see. I know there are different ways that Zerg players do deal with it nowadays, especially on this map. I know Patreus really loves to do the burrowed roach style to hold it.
It's just real tough. The thing is, yeah, we've been seeing that a lot lately. A lot of players
Yeah.
going for really burrow, which is a very good response because this map, you're just not going to have a concave Zerg. It's just not going to happen.
Yeah, it's so hard, yeah.
That's why burrow and burrow move, of course, usually your options. Like, a lot of people might try going for Hydras, some people try going for Lings, but they'll find eventually they're just too damn many Blink Stalkers. That's just how it is.
It's all about the
We all know
retention,
that
right?
feel.
Yeah.
That feel like, all right, I got just a... Oh, that's 5 more Blink Stalkers.
Exactly.
Oh, I hate everything.
You really
why
have
did
to
I
target
get
down those
friggin-
weekend ones,
Why?
and
And then you
agree.
target down the weakened one and blinks back, your entire army
Blinks
just
back.
like walks through it. Like,
And you have to make
oh,
sure
I
not
give
to
up.
overextend. But I mean, we're already talking about Blink. I mean, obviously, Arium is known for it, but we haven't exactly seen him do it this series. It has only been one game, of course, but we'll see if he does decide to go for it, yeah.
Unless you're going to do like that right side push, but he opted not to. You have to go a little bit more, well, with a very safe. He got a Robo and a Stargate and like a Twilight before he even really thought about a third base, so.
Yeah, that was kind of a strange opener.
He was
and
getting
CatZ?
everything.
Wow. He's going for the 3 hats again.
There's CatZ.
Yep.
Oh, well, he sees right now. The tell here, of course, was there was nothing at the net, and he knows he's at this location, which means it's a gated span, unless it's a really super cheeky forge in the back of the main type of shenanigan, which we very rarely see.
See, I see it's every once in a while. But he wouldn't even have been able to be hidden with that Overlord floating in. But yeah, I hate when that happens, when you're like, oh, gateway expand, 3 hats before pool, and they add the forge and just cannon rush you anyway. And there's nothing you can do about it. Never felt so helpless in my life.
You can just 3 pylon block in that situation. Like, you can just slap down the pylons, cut off all their bases, and cannon rush everything. Like,
Yeah.
no lag
Arium
here.
says he's getting lag. Nope.
Yeah. Sadly, they are playing, of course, on BattleNet, where it depends on their local internet. Which...
I thought you were gonna like... Never mind. That was funny. Well, you gotta chuckle at me, man. Well played.
That's my entire goal in life, Tempo.
Right?
One day I'll write a song about you.
Right? You rap it too.
I'm not a rapper.
I'm not a rapper. But I'm not a kappa. That's what it should be.
Oh, he's doing it again.
But
This is
yes, I
actually,
like it.
I'd say this is actually a very strong response to Blink Stalkers as well, because you'll have enough +1 Lings to overwhelm those Stalkers early on. +1 does a huge amount to gateway units. It's a huge boon. If they don't go for any upgrades themselves, it looks like Arium's going for the same build as last game so far. Did he actually give away the Stargate again?
I mean, I don't think he
Now-
cares.
No, now, did CatZ
That
see it?
really
Because the
sucks.
Overlord was pushed away about 2 seconds after it started. Like, he would have
Okay,
seen something
had
come down, but I don't know if he clicked on it, is the thing. I don't know if he
True.
clicked on it, because it was very quick. You know that feeling, like, you see it, you're like, oh, I didn't
Right
click
before
on
you
it.
click it and it goes out of range, yeah. That's the
Your
worst.
Reaper dies the second before you click that last thing, something like that. Something always happens, but... Oh! He is hoping that... Oh, but wait, he is hoping badly that he clicked on it. Because this entire cancel depend. If CatZ didn't see it, then he just kind of like mind gamed himself here. So
Yeah. But CatZ is gonna
really
scout
need
with
to 90s Lings anyways. Like, I think the Lings are just gonna waltz up and see everything they need to see. So that mind game, both maybe almost unneeded and also possibly just useless.
Yeah,
I-
I mean,
that was
the fact that those lings, very hero lings for sure. If he didn't send those
But-
out, that would have been very,
Oh.
especially with this
Yeah,
follow up
yeah.
here when you're, 4 gate, 5
No,
gate.
no,
How many
but
gates do we see? You thinking 8?
Yeah, I'm thinking 8.
With
I mean, he's
+1
getting the
as
+1.
well.
He's actually got full saturation on 2 bases. He's got sentries, which indicates it's a little bit more of a high-powered push. He's walling off. There's a probe on the map. Already a dirt. Where there's a probe, there's a pylon. That's just how light.
no. Well, you know what though? This upgraded Link style is actually pretty good against it, but
he doesn't have the armor is the problem.
yeah,
Without
the plus
pellets
one.
are still a few force fields. It doesn't matter. You're not going to get the surround because he has sentries. Plus one is good against heavy stalker or really fast gateway plays, but against a plus one attack,
that's gonna be a lot of zealots for sure.
it's better than having nothing. Wait, what? CatZ, what are you doing? What? CatZ. Oh, this might kill him. I think he might be
He's
dead.
making 30 lings. Oh my god, he took the 4th.
That's what I'm saying. Like, how much larva does he have? He can't use his larva. I can kind of see that. That's kind of like a macro hatch, because when you're going master lings, like, you actually can barely support this production. But his lings are not in position to deny this attack.
And he's gonna see it at the last minute. He's trying to counterattack right now. Oh my god, CatZ is in trouble, I think. He has nothing at home. All of his lings. But is he gonna force Arium to go back home is the real question.
No, Arium knows he cannot go back home. He has to warp it. He has to deal with this. CatZ can, well, oh, he gets off
drones!
in the box pain. Oh, what? Things get
emotion.
A recall. What does Arium choose to do? He's killing all the drones. He'll probably leave a few behind for the third base. Does he recall? Does he go home or does he hold the main? Does he go for the kill or does he hold the main? There's so many spines. CatZ needs backbone to his defense right now. Arium needs to go. He needs to go right now. This is his only chance because CatZ is doing a lot of damage back at home, but CatZ is taking a lot at his base as we very quickly moved into a base.
The spine's finished too.
Oh,
so
he can't recall.
Oh my goodness, I think he's gonna do it. CatZ is gonna kill the pylon that had all of those gateways powered.
Oh, GG! CatZ did. How does he do it? No.
What? Oh boy, well played by CatZ there.
Oh.
It was just, wow, really nicely done. That counter attack.
Winning games right now.
Work. Yeah.
I don't know. He wasn't. What I really question is Arium didn't warp in any sentries at home. He warped in like 2-3 stalkers, but not a single sentry, which seems very
fast. You know, he was only mining off of 2, and then he had warped in.
But he warped in 2 stalkers at once, which implies he had enough gas for a sentry. I feel like a couple of sentries at the top of the ramp, and he buys enough time to to get that recall out. But I feel like Arium just got kind of he panicked a little bit.
Didn't get the killer ins. Like he was like, "Oh shoot, should I go home or should I?" But he wasn't attacking at the time, you know. So CatZ was just knocking on the door, and then as soon as his door was busted in, he was like, "Oh, I guess screw that. I'm just gonna go live on the streets now, the meat streets of Catalina." And then tried to push through and gave CatZ enough time to get spines up. Excuse me.
CatZ, it felt like what we've been seeing from these games is CatZ is just comfortable with these crazy situations. Like CatZ will just do the thing that you think would be not possible. Like you don't think a bunch of links are gonna break through like a double tier wall like that when your opponent has 4 or 5 warp-ins to work with. You don't think he's gonna pull it back from 3 to 5 bases with swarm hosts. But CatZ has done it before. He'll do it again, and he's done it twice in a row so far. So we're going to merry-go-round for game number 3, which is a very interesting map choice. This screams 2-base all in.
It does, for sure.
Merry-go-round is so difficult to take a third for Protoss. Against either, well, Roachling is difficult. Let's talk about fucking freaking mass +1.
That's
like we've seen CatZ doing so far, and I'm actually gonna be stealing this build.
I'm liking it. Yeah, it's pretty interesting. It deals with gateways.
And Gateway Expand is the flavor of the month right now.
It is. Flavor of the past few months.
Then will CatZ proxy a hatchery this next game? I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna go with a yes. I'm a yes.
Survey says
it's about time. Hey.
Let's do it. Let's do it. This could potentially be the last game, but we see some fight. We've seen a lot of fight in Arium, actually.
We see the title match. The title fight.
Yeah.
Gumiho versus Fantasy.
Oh boy. He is the god of mech. The one true.
I think Gumiho might play bio, but we'll get into that later. Temple, why don't you go and introduce these players and potentially our final match of this series.
Let's do it. All right.
That makes sense. Right.
Potentially, yeah. Spawning.
Anyway,
spawning in the top left. The 11-ish, maybe 10 o'clock, not sure. It is gonna be the player from My Insanity, Down 1 game, well, down 2 games, actually. Can he bring it back? It is Arium. The banter is killing me. And in the 2 o'clock position, representing root for root, it is going to be the orange Zerg player looking to seal it. It is CatZ.
Yeah, they're talking about how Arium... Wait, what? Oh, he's talking about the first game, I believe, of this series right now.
Yeah.
Where Arium, well, I have to agree, played very, very well up until this one.
I'm not going to lie.
Decent number. Like, he was playing very well. And CatZ, like, he's kind of, like, being sarcastic, like, poking at him, but... Yeah, he didn't play perfect versus the Storm Host. Well, I think the conversation is self-explanatory.
Well, I'm
they're
just
friendly.
interested in
They're on
seeing-
friendly terms. I believe CatZ and Arium practice together, at least are obviously
yeah.
friendly. So, I mean, this is not the most high-stakes show match ever. $10 is nothing to sneeze at. That's like 4 McDoubles.
Dude, that's like,
But
how many, you know how many packs of pistachios I could get?
like,
I don't
8?
know, man. Quite a bit. Yeah, I'd
Like-
say so. Maybe 7 plus
How big are
tax?
the packs? Of this, like tiny packs? They're like family size.
Like 2 ounces? I don't know how
Okay,
big
maybe
it
like
is.
6.
You know, they're
Yeah,
pretty good.
importantly. But hey, well played. Good luck. Have fun. All right, let's play a game here, boys. Talk's
Let's do
over.
it. Alrighty. Did he actually go 3 hours before pool is a question, or was it a mind game? I think he's going for it.
Oh, he's just gonna do it.
That's
I don't
what I'm
think CatZ
talking
would lie about that.
No. Which makes me kind of interested. Like, what if he did cannon rush? I mean, I feel like CatZ is one of the better players at recovering from cannon rushes.
I don't think you ever hold a cannon rush cost efficiently with a 3S before pool. Like if they just commit to
I
a
mean,
4,
I know.
you just don't.
There's one
Like,
player who could ever do it. It's none other
well, he
than...
probably just sent 2 drones out in proxy hatch. Like that's what I do. I get cannon. Usually, I don't even bother dealing with the cannons. I just go send drones out in proxy hatch and go like burrow roach 1 base, like
Yeah, you do some really
Scarlet style. And
I
it
love
usually
CatZ
works
doing stuff
actually.
like
I
that.
believe Dark did it too. Or Rogue was it? I think. I don't know. Someone did a double proxy hatch in either Pro League or GSL in a response to a cannon rush, and it worked
Like
beautifully.
Dark. Or I don't know. I remember seeing it on Reddit though. I didn't actually stay up for it. But that's something that CatZ would not be not feeling strange doing at all. So, but he did go for it. 3 hours before pool with the gas once again. An Arium going for the gateway expand, and nothing really too out of the ordinary, I guess, except for maybe the 2 gases. I don't know if that's really that out of the ordinary though. In PvZ.
I mean, like, this is actually more ordinary than anything else.
Yeah.
I'd say for a while there was that San style 4-gate or even like 5-gate pressure coming out on early thirds off of 1 gas, which was, I'd say, flavor of the month for like a month, maybe 2, where you saw that coming out probably more than not against early third bases. But okay, like I was saying, 2 base all ins. Merry-go round, Arium down 2-0. If there were ever a time, and it looks like CatZ is actually not. CatZ is actually not going with his Evo chamber this game. He's not
he went
going
for the
with
speed
+1.
first.
And he has
only
one
pulled out
at
of gas. Yeah, he pulled out 2 out of gas. Yeah, that's what I meant. Sorry. Yeah.
This is very surprising. Like,
Well,
of all the
he's just
maps, I
gonna be
think this will be
throwing
the
it up.
map to go +1 things. But
I agree.
where do you go with this? Like, Lings aren't going to cut it.
I mean,
Lings are never
depends how
going
many
to
he
cut
can
it.
actually
No
make it, right?
upgrades. I mean,
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, he doesn't have anything actually. Not even a Roachborn. He would need He's just
gonna
droning
need
up.
Roachborn
Jeez.
or Hydras, but I don't think he can get to Hydras. He did not scout the Twilight Council, I do not believe. He sees... No, he doesn't see anything at the front either. He sees gases at the Nat, which is something he hasn't seen early on before. Well, okay, some of the builds Arium has done have involved early gases at the Nat. Well, one of them has, one of them hasn't so far, with the way he played it. Like last game, with the heavy gateway all in, of course he didn't get gases at the Nat, but the first game with the tech build he did, so... I think Arium might be trying to sell this as that same early tech build he did on King Sejong Station. So.
I'm wondering. Yeah, I mean, this is the first time we've seen him do Blink here, and he is adding the gauge at the front too. So Arium really is he's just throwing him down. I think. Oh, it's not in the range of the Overlord at all. So the Overlord doesn't see any of these. What? these Lings are going to see that. Very interesting to put them there.
This is a very suspicious amount of gateways you have here, sir.
Oh, I just can't get the wall right. I'm just trying to wall off.
That's a winter wall right there.
I think, yeah, CatZ needs to.
And the Overlord is taken out too. That's actually going to supply block catch. He's got 3 Obies on the way. Roachworn's only halfway done. Lair's only halfway done. Extra Gas Geyser's only halfway done. He's halfway to having any real defense, which means he's not there yet, and Arium's moving out. So,
yeah, but that Ling is going to see it. Is he going to attack
no
with those
creep
Lings?
Either. That's a big deal.
Really
but
this is actually really big, yeah.
3 seconds. 2, 1.
Has to recall.
Recall is like ghetto blink. All right. So.
Yeah, right.
Well, those zealots aren't getting out very easy, but.
That's actually big.
What is the worker count? He made so many
time. All CatZ needs
at
time.
41 drones.
Yeah, actually, yeah. He's
that's
at a
the difference here.
Low...
I was like, how does he have that many Lings? Well, that explains it. He has that many Lings because he's making 11 Roaches, 16 more Lings. He's starting creep, which means he won't have injects. Did he make extra queens for creep? Yes, he did. Okay, never mind. He will have his injects, which is very, very important right now. When he's on Roach Ling, you need those injects badly.
Yeah, the low drone count is all I'm worried about, depending on if Arium... Oh, actually, gotta be careful. Not gonna waste any force fields. Blink has been revealed. And you know what? I mean, I think the low drone count would actually be bad for CatZ had Arium kind of chilled back and not really commit too hard until a bit later. Like
he
at +2
still
or something.
has a recall. He still has a recall.
He does, yeah.
So he's got his get out of jail free card right now. All right.
Yep.
So Arium can do whatever he needs to do if for some reason if something goes wrong, then he can recall out. I don't think we'll see him use a time warp unless he knows he can win the fight. If he uses a time warp, then all bets are off. Arium actually has the army supplies are in, of course, CatZ's favor, but of course, Blink Tech is superior to no tech. Well, I guess
force fields are superior to Lings.
But I like this choice. Coming in from the back, he might be able to pick up a pylon, but he's actually segmenting the army into 2 different parts, taking a very good engagement so far. The Lings are coming in from the back. The Time Warp is thrown down. There's no more recall. But right now, it's like Arium finding himself in a very nice position.
I think he is, yeah. He actually negated all of the damage from those Lings from the south side. And now it's just these Roaches, with Roach Speed just now finishing. And this is going to be really tough. I mean, the economy of CatZ is not that great, and he has to sit here and defend this third. And there's no Burrow. Okay, Burrow is on the way, though, but it is so far away. I think Arium is going to do this pretty well here. Oh, the Lings from the back, though.
Yeah, those Zealots still just going for it. He doesn't have that many force fields left. The Roaches can close the distance, but once that Zergling tank wall is evaporated, like it is right there, you see the Stalkers really starting to work through. CatZ is keeping his supply up, but at what cost right now as the Stalker count starts to get very high in proportion to everything CatZ has. He needs more Lings in front. He has a decent Roach count, but he has to have the Lings to cover, and he just does not have that cover right now. We see the Stalkers blinking back. The cost efficiency is absolutely insane right now.
That is what's going to be shining in this battle.
Forward.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if CatZ isn't able to deal with this, it is going to snowball out of control. And as CatZ's supply does plummet, Queens are trying to get into the fight as well, but the drones are getting pulled, and I don't know. CatZ is looking bold, but I mean, Arium is just blinking back little bit by little bit, but I just don't know if it's going to be enough.
Yeah, he has to retreat back to be able to hold it. The pylons are seconds away. That's a big deal there. That means the Stalker's joining the fight, like, within a Roach production time, obviously.
Yeah.
Burrow is done. Yeah, Burrow is done, but he lost a few more drones. He's down to 33 against 41. All Arium needs to do is, for the near future, just continue pushing. He's going to walk right over these road Roaches. Wait, did he see
that
him?
may be good. Yeah, I don't know if he knows.
There's the robot.
He knows.
He's making probes. He knows he probably won't kill CatZ, but he's already done so much damage. He just needs to keep the pressure on. If he can kill the third hatch, it'd be tasty. But the instant blink out. He is not confident of his ability to fight that, but CatZ is just he's going for broke right now. He has no other options because he stops for a second and Arium just cuts into pieces.
Yeah. It's such a scary position to be in, right? Like, you want to make drones, but the longer it goes on, it's worse for CatZ. But if he can get a good engagement and just take out Stalkers rather than just weakening them, if he can start picking away at them, he's off creep right now. But I think CatZ knows that he has that safety burrow. And if he's able to push back Arium, this is going to be really big because that snowball effect of the Blink Stalkers is not going to come into effect.
Yeah, the first observer's on the way, but CatZ is actually getting some good kills here. He's able to blink back up into the main. That sexy shift blink up, and there is nothing else going to be happening here from CatZ. Finally, drones enter the production tab, but is it going to be too little? Is it going to be too late? Obviously, the important questions. But now also important to point out, there's a single pylon out of the map. It's barely in position to do anything. There's a lot of army supply, but that's still a lot of roaches. We're looking at 31 versus 27 right here in the Stalker v Roach count. I'd say the Stalkers pretty easily win that fight, but it looks scary, to say the very least. And the observers out. CatZ is not paying attention. He's losing roaches for free. And now suddenly Arium finds himself in a position where he can fight these roaches. Does he blink forward? Does he chase them down? Or does he stay conservative here? Because he doesn't want to lose any Stalkers. And Immortal's on the way. 15 more roaches. They have Burrow, but I don't know if Burrow Move's going to be useful against no sentries, but
it's mainly just to regenerate so that when you're trading with the Stalkers, you're able to kind of at least stay on par without losing too much HP or losing the roaches themselves.
Also, he can micro back in a fight too, which is really helpful.
Yeah, you don't see that enough, right? Like
ZVZ is like the only time you ever see. It's blink for roaches, pretty much. It's ghetto blink, but it still works.
It's regenerative. Yeah. You just don't see it enough.
It also causes the AI to detarget, pretty importantly too. Which means that the instant a roach burrows, unless it's being target fired, the Stalkers will change target, just kind of like blink backs. So that's really important to use in order to minimize damage. And also, CatZ is going where he needs to go. He's got the Hydras on the way. He's got the Hydra range. He's got +1. CatZ, we've seen him like... You always think CatZ is in a bad position, but then CatZ disagrees. At the end of the day.
I mean, I don't know what it is, how he does it, but he's here. And he's droned back up to 46 on that 3-base economy. And he's going to be able to start transferring drones,
He needs pylons closer than this. Arium's way too far out with these pylons. He's got... Where did he get 3 Immortals from? I thought he was...
he's been making Immortals behind it.
That's a scary amount. Like, 3 Immortals is going to make a difference. 1 or 2 is, okay, pretty good, but 3 Immortals, they have a lot of stopping power right now.
But the Hydras are being added, 6 additional ones on the way. I don't think CatZ can actually engage with this.
Goes the hatch.
Yep, down goes the hatch. That firepower, that is a lot coming out of our Protoss player here. And he's going to need to get those Hydras out, CatZ is, and hopefully get that third, because it's not only the mining, but the larva production that he needs it for.
Now we have to see right now another big warping of Stalkers, but Arium, he's starting to dry up. He's drying up in his main base. He's down to 5 patches, and all those patches are very, very hard pressed to maintain anything. Of course, CatZ is the same way. Because he's forced back into his main base. He's a little bit better off, of course, because he had less drones and more bases. But still, relatively low economies. We see both players near 200 supply with barely any
going
workers.
Off the creep right before +1 finishes.
Immortals in front, but still 2 behind, covered by the Stalkers. That's a lot of Roach Hydra, but that's also a lot of Stalkers right now. We're looking at 40 against 25-10 in the Roach Hydra. And I think... Okay, I guess he knows his Blink Stalkers better than I do.
Apparently. And that is all she wrote, I think. CatZ doesn't have the he doesn't have the larva. He lost the 3rd, and he has enough money to really make a lot of units, but he just doesn't have that larva in order to make it after losing that 3rd. And I think Arium is just going to be able to push in, add one to the board for the win, boys.
He puts his Blink Stalkers, and we see here why. As even though, like, maybe CatZ is able to hold it off, but not forever. Because the momentum of Stalkers, Arium doesn't make a habit out of losing Blink Stalkers trivially. We see that now.
GG will be called. And apparently, in that case, the 3rd was very hard to hold for a Zerg player, because usually you say, oh, the 3rd's so hard to hold as a Protoss player on Merry-Go-Round. In that case, Arium kind of flipped the tables.
Well, I mean, it does become hard to hold when you're seeing that committed of a 2-base all-in.
Yeah.
Arium actually, you see there, 233 APM.
Yeah.
Over 40 over CatZ, and I'll tell you, a lot of that was not going into macro. So.
Not at all, yeah.
Jeez, well, beautifully executed. Well almost. I'm not gonna say perfectly. You can never say perfectly in StarCraft, but a masterfully executed Blink Stalker attack there. Followed up,
and adding the Immortals, man, that was the 3 Immortals getting added.
I mean, CatZ kind of forced his hand on that. I think he would have kept on Blink Stalkers if Burrow never came out. If he had just gone to Hydras instead of Burrow, well, he probably would have died. So, but, yeah, I think the Burrow is the only really thing you can afford. early on to deal with Blink Stalkers of that magnitude if you go for 3 bases. So
Yeah. I mean, if he was able to if he held that first wave, like without pulling if he didn't have to pull the drones, right? Like, and barely hold on, then
yeah,
we would have seen a much easier Hydra transition, or if maybe he would have stayed on Virtus. I'm not sure, but he just he started to really dry up in the production. There's no like macro hatch or anything, but I mean, what can you do, right? What can you do? It's rough. You're in the moment, you're in the zone, and you're trying to survive. Unfortunately, that time he didn't. But that means Arium adding one to the board, and Overgrowth is going to be the next map.
it's gonna be Overgrowth. That's CatZ's map choice here. This would be. I mean, I guess this is a map you can go 3 hatch on. It's not that big a deal.
With the gold, that's something CatZ would do.
Oh my god, both golds. Just go crazy.
Yep.
But
So.
well, I guess no clean sweeps today. I hope that continues through our final match. I would hate for a 4-0 to happen in Gumio versus Fantasy.
Me too.
I'm still looking forward to that so much. When Beast asked me to cast, I'm like, is that Gumio versus Fantasy? Like,
Yep.
oh
it is.
yeah, baby. All right. But Temple, why don't you go ahead and introduce our still alive players here?
All right. Well, spawning in the top right corner, representing my insanity, SoCal and Clan Kappa, it is the red Protoss player fighting for his life, Arium. And his opponent spawning in the bottom left, also representing California as well as Peru and Root Gaming, it is CatZ.
He picked Overgrowth. Overgrowth, I mean,
yeah.
But
Excuse me.
Overgrowth is a very, I guess, considered probably the most standard map in the pool. Because it's a small 2-player, well, relatively smallish 2-player map.
Yeah.
There's no easy, I guess, in ZVP especially. Don't be surprised if CatZ is one of those players who takes the outer third base. I've started doing that a little bit. You take the forward third base instead of the third base on the right side because force fields are just so incredibly good over. Oh! Yeah! That's what I like to see. He's going for gold. Does he go for 2? Oh, come on. Come on. Do it. 2. Give me 2. Oh.
This is a CatZ build.
CatZ.
Oh, man.
CatZ, please. No, he's going to make a pool. But I guess a gold base makes up for not having that third hatch or pretty decent jump.
Yeah.
And he's taking his third hatch, too.
Wow.
I mean, his gold base, which I think makes more sense as a Zerg player anyways, but...
He does some really cool stuff with like spine crawlers, spreading creep, and killing the rocks that are in between it himself, and then getting aggressive. So I wonder what we will exactly see.
That's it. I don't see him just taking a third base and sitting back and macroing it out. Like he's on the other side of the map right now. We got to think about that. So I think this transitions into like a heavy roach ling or a baneling bust or a man can dream maybe.
Oh. Yeah, I'm really glad he's doing this kind of build. I'm really glad he's doing this, though. It's really cool to see him do it. Especially, I mean, you know, Arium knows CatZ, though, you know, so it's not like... I don't know. If I'm Arium, I would check these things. Just because it's CatZ, right? Like,
well,
yeah, I mean, look at the scout.
These things.
Look at the scout already. Like, that's not a typical Protoss scouting path. That's a Protoss scouting path when you're playing against CatZ, and rightfully.
Well, I guess on this map it's a little bit more common. Obviously, any map with an easily accessible gold base is pretty common. Well, not common, but a lot more likely you're gonna get something like this going on. So,
yeah.
How does he respond? We
see.
immediately see a stalker. Arium usually makes a stalker. But does he come up with a 4-gate behind or something like this? Does he try to punish this?
It's such a weird spot to be in, don't you think? Like,
it is weird. I don't know if he's behind or ahead. It kind of depends. I don't actually know what the best response is to this because I don't do it, and I don't play against it really ever. I think I played against this like twice, maybe 3 times.
Well, usually I think Protoss
usually I just make 8 gates.
Would want to. I think they would want to actually straight up macro out of it simply because the gold base will mine out eventually. So if you kind of stay in a very, very passive macro 3-base build, you can actually deal with this pretty well. But the problem is this is an aggressive gold. So that usually that's if the Zerg would take their own gold and they want you to come at them because of how much production they will have, and the economy is great, and you're able to deal with a lot of all-ins because of the economy. But this is an aggressive one. The creep's going to be spreading, so it's going to be a little bit more awkward, I think, than your typical response.
BTs or Blink? It's Arium, so it's Blink, but it's always Blink.
Yep.
It's going to be a heavy Ling Flood through the rocks, is what it looks like. That's the only thing that makes sense, considering the gold base and considering roaches are kind of useless.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. Now we know exactly what he's doing. But the CatZ has a lot of money. He got supply lots for a while. What is that larva count looking like? He doesn't have that much larva to work with, so we might see a third base here. Kind of like a macro hatch natural.
Yeah,
he's not
right.
actually intending. Oh, this stalker. It's got 5 seconds on the clock right now. It has to make it home before the speed. Well, okay, never mind.
They get away.
He's gonna beat the
really
mother.
Cool. Look at this.
He's
so
queen
many
rushing.
queens being
I
made.
can dream.
Spine crawlers as well. He's gonna do an aggressive spine
Let's
crawler
go.
queen ling
Bring
push.
them all.
Oh my God.
Whoa. Oh, wow. Arium a little bit trigger happy there. He pulls the photon overcharge for no discernible
Oh
reason.
my God. I think he's
That's a big
out,
deal.
man.
He needs that. That is
you
going
can't
to
waste
keep this
any
from
time
coming.
with that.
That's going to clear out the flood. He has to activate the rings to clear the flood, yo. But right now,
This is not gonna.
he
I don't
jumped
see
the
this
gun.
going well. I think Blink Stalker is like the worst thing to do against this, actually.
To be honest, yes. I don't know if he realizes that CatZ is bringing the queens and the spines.
Yeah.
Just lings. I mean, he's working with a wall. He's got all that going for him. But the spine crawlers are the kicker here. They're the backbone.
Mothership!
No, you can't lose that. Run!
Yeah.
Run! Well, glide. I don't.
Immortals being added too. I don't know, man. This is weird. Spine crawlers are gonna be added here soon.
He
Lings
doesn't
are
even
pushing.
Pop the force field.
Whoa!
The queen. Here come the spines.
This is the swarm.
Oh, the
my
Zerg rush.
goodness.
8 minutes and
Now
30
he's
seconds.
actually
Link
at it.
screaming in. The spine crawlers are
had
punching
that,
down the
believe it.
wall.
Oh,
the robo! No! I love it. The speeds are zoning up. He has overcharge. He has an overcharge if he wants it. Does he want? Is he just giving up the natural? He's just giving it up. Oh my god, this is beautiful. Oh, I'm doing this.
I'm doing this.
Oh god.
Well then, the queens can even attack up the ramp if they have the
He
vision.
doesn't. You need a force field. Where does force field go? Why are you so tired of this tree? To do more cardio.
He actually might
god.
have had as much
He's sweet. I can dream. Oh, that's a good calculus. Good comeback. Oh, I love you, CatZ. Finally, we get broke.
Can't stop crying tears of joy. Remember that commercial? That's how I feel right now, man.
How old I am.
Nah, man, there was that annoying Old Spice commercial that they kept playing. Oh my god, I got so annoyed of it. But this is looking pretty good, though, actually, for Arium. Like,
Is it?
just
Is it?
The fact that he didn't lose all of his probes, I guess that's a pretty good thing.
The fact that he's not out of the game gives him a better chance than if he. But I mean, there's one that he lost all his close to force field. Like he's supplied, he can't even warp in more sentries.
I
He's
think
not
the issue, his production. He can't spend his money because of that. But he's never gonna take another base, man. He could make like a warp prism to get a probe across the map, but the spine crawlers and the lings and the queens should be able to deal. I mean, CatZ has a lot of money too. I mean, did he start mining gas again? Yeah, at least.
He's got a layer. He can pick. Well, I think the only things that'll work right now for CatZ are either Spire, Infestation Pit, Hydra Den, Roaches with Speed, Ultralisk, Vipers, or Broodlords. But otherwise, I think he's in a tough spot.
Yeah. But it comes back to what you said earlier, like that preemptive, the premature photon overcharge really kind of screwed
He
Arium.
wasn't hitting his force fields. Blink was a weird choice for this. Maybe he thought Roaches would be a little bit more a part of this.
Yeah.
But he definitely did not recognize what was coming through.
Nope, not at all. And there's a Warp Prism, so he's at least going to try to do some harassment. I would have even loved to see him take a probe and just be like, all right, let's drop this over on the other, like the bottom right or something. but CatZ is actually he knows that it's coming. I just wonder how he's going to prepare for it because he doesn't have any. Yeah, he's not following it. There it is. So we'll see. We'll see. Arium, he's not dead, right? So
I guess
he's probably
not.
thinking. He's thinking, how the hell am I going to get myself out of this here? Well,
Link Stalkers!
Yep.
Well.
that was the answer.
Medic! Okay, wow, this is like fighting against a brick wall. Except the brick wall is made of queens.
Yeah.
It's a transfuse. Oh, I'm sorry, Stalker. Okay.
Nope. Don't even need to blink micro, just transfuse each other to retain it. 8 zealots rather getting warped in here, and he's gonna try to catch CatZ off guard.
He's run for his money, all right?
Yeah.
Because CatZ is like he's taking like every single other base. Right? No, I'm not. We're not.
Not even.
I'm
Not
really
exaggerating.
right now.
Not even.
He's
no.
actually just taking everything.
He actually.
There's still enough Link Stalkers to fight like the 10 mutas that CatZ can make. But I don't know about the Lings and the Queens though.
Yeah, I mean, you look at the supply and you're like, wow, actually, Arium is really close. It's only because the mutas have not been made.
Oh, the Colossus almost got killed by spine crawlers walking through.
Ooh.
Like it ran the gauntlet of spines and barely made it out alive.
Well,
now,
you know, this
if
is actually like a,
like there are no spines here.
This is time.
Well,
yeah.
technically, CatZ could just base trade. Is the thing.
Oh, Sentry, you have one job.
The spine crawlers! They're coming!
Spine's up.
Oh my god.